Hey, Tomas here. Welcome to the next video in the Clinic Success Academy. By the end of this video, you'll have 5 specific discovery questions that you can use on any patient call and the framework that explains exactly why they work. So let's get into it. Have a notepad out. We'll get stuck in. Here's what happens on most consultation calls. The front desk opens with, "What brings you in today?" Or, why do you fill out our ad or something like that. And the patient will say, "I want to know about Botox." And the call goes straight to availability and pricing. And that exchange tells you absolutely nothing useful. What brings you in today is an opener. It's not a discovery question. It gives you a super surface level request. It doesn't tell you what the patient is actually running from, the frustration, the embarrassment, the specific moment that made them pick up the phone. And it doesn't tell you what they're running to, the picture in their head of how they want to feel, what they want to be able to do, the event that they're quietly preparing for. And until you have both of those pictures and you can approximate the gap between them, you're guessing at your own offer, and that when you guess, your patients will feel it. We always want to set a frame between where they are right now and where they want to be. So again, here's a frame. Write this down. Every patient who books a consultation is running from something and running to something. Running from is the current state, the thing that they're tired of, they're frustrated by, or embarrassed about. Again, this happens to everything. They want to improve either their health, their wealth, or their relationships. Most likely their health, but decent chance it's going to improve them in their other two ones as well. You want to find out why they feel a certain way right now. Running to is the desired state, the specific future they can picture but haven't been able to get to yet. How will their health look? How will their wealth look? How will their relationships look? Again, pick or mix, but usually both are present. Usually one, running from, or to, is louder than the other. And here's why this matters. This is the key mechanism. Humans think in images, not in words. When your patient thinks about why they called, they're not thinking in sentences, they're seeing a picture. I look exhausted in every photo. I can't keep cancelling plans because of the pain. I want to feel like myself again at my daughter's graduation. That image already exists. It's vivid and specific before they ever speak to you. Your job in discovery is to get it inside their head, into words. Their words, not yours. Again, because patients believe what comes out of their mouth more than what comes out of yours. Let me say it again. They believe what comes out of their mouth more than what comes out of yours. And until they say it out loud, it's a vague intention. It's a commitment they've made to themselves. Then you can position your offer against that specific picture in their language. That's how discovery turns into a conversion. So the 5 questions that are really powerful for discovery, again, I want you to use them in full sentences on a full consultation call, or just pick 2 or 3 for a shorter intake call. So for each one, it'll tell you what to ask, and I'll also tell you what to actually listen for. Because the gold is in the answer, not the question. Again, they should be speaking more than 80% of the time. Question number 1. What brought you to us today? Now, what you're listening for is a surface entry-level question. Where are they right now? This opens the door. It tells you whether they're coming from a place of frustration, running from something, or aspiration, running to something. And how long they've been sitting on the decision. Don't fill the silence after this one. Let them talk. Question number 2. When did this start being something you want to address? What you're listening for here is the emotional trigger. There's almost always a specific moment. A photo that they saw, a comment somebody made, a morning they looked in the mirror and something shifted. That moment is the ignition point. When you find it, you found the real reason that they called. Not the stated one, the actual one. Question number 3. Have you tried anything for this before? What worked and what didn't? What you're listening for is the list of closed doors. Every name that didn't work as a prior option that they've already mentally disqualified. In their own words, before you've said a thing. You want to mentally collect the list. Don't evaluate it yet, but just later in the conversation, this will set up the next step in the process. Getting them to articulate why those things failed. But for now, just listen. Question number 4, and this is a really powerful one. If we got this taken care of, what would change for you? Now, what you're listening for is the running to picture. And again, it's very hard for somebody to get angry, you asking about their dreams. Now, this is the most important question on the list because what you want is a specific personal image. I want to feel comfortable in photos at my sister's wedding in July. I want to be able to walk my dogs again. I want to stop covering my mouth when I smile. If they give you something vague, I just want to feel better. Probe gently. Tell me more about it. What would that look like for you day to day? You're after the image, not the sentence. Question 5. When are you hoping to see results by? What you're listening for is a deadline. My daughter's wedding is in September. I've got a reunion in 6 weeks. I'm turning 45 in 3 months. A deadline turns a vague interest into a real appointment. If they name a date, you have a finish line. It's in sight. You can build the entire recommendation around it and the conversation changes entirely. Even I've been putting this off for 2 years is a deadline signal. Duration of avoidance is its own kind of urgency. Say it again. You could be in podiatry, you could be in aesthetics, you could be in chiro, you could be in dentistry. Same 5 questions apply. The pictures are different. Wedding in July becomes fishing trip with my son. Fit back in my dress becomes sleep through the night. But the mechanic is identical. Reminder, a principle that I'll mention again is the patient should be speaking 80 to 90% of the time across these 5 questions. You're listening, reflecting, and asking the next question. Most front desks flip this. Again, they're talking 80% of the time. Ratios backwards. Here's the mechanism. So when a patient hears themselves say out loud, I want to look great for my daughter's wedding in July, they've just made that commitment inside their own head. You didn't plant it, they grew it. And now, when you position your treatment recommendation, you're not selling them something new, you're just connecting what they've already said they want to something you can actually deliver. That's not a pitch, that's just a response, you helping them to a stated need that they've already given. But this will land entirely differently, because the 5 questions are how you get there. They're not a script, they're just a framework for listening. Run them, stay quiet between them, and the patient will give you every single thing you ever need to make the consultation feel effortless. Here's what we covered today. Again, this is a juicy one. I love talking about this. Number 1, most discovery falls flat because the front desks are asking surface level questions that get surface level answers. What brings you in just tells you the request, not the driver. 2, the running from or running to framework. Every patient has a current state that they want to leave and a desired future that they're trying to get to. That is human psychology in a nutshell. Dogs do it, cats do it, cows do it, horses do it, donkeys do it, and humans do it. We're primitive beings. We move away from things we don't like, we run towards things we like. Discovery is the act of making both pictures, what they want and they don't want, what they're running from and running to, explicit in their own words. 3, the 5 discovery questions and what to listen for in each, because the question is the dig, but the listening is where the gold is. So what you can implement today, print out the 5 questions on an index card and put it next to your phone or in your call prep space. Use them on every patient call or lead call for the next 48 hours, every single one. Pay attention to how the conversations will change when you're asking and listening instead of telling. Notice what patients say when someone actually answers the right thing and they feel heard, they feel validated, they feel important because you care and you should. Now, in terms of practice, you can pair this drill with a colleague. One will play the patient, one will play the front desk. You know the drill at this point. The rule is going to be really simple. The front desk can only ask the 5 discovery questions. No other lines, no pitching, no availability, just the 5 questions, literally nothing else. At the end, the front desk will position the offer using only the words the patient said. 10 minutes, swap roles, won't take long, repeat it. Again, if you're on your own pace, use our AI sales assistant tool, which I'll link below this video. If you're testing this with someone else or with yourself, drop the recording into Slack and we will analyze it for you and give you feedback on how you're doing. Again, if you made this far in the course, you're already leaps and bounds probably ahead of where you were. Keep up the great work. We want to play the infinite game, play the long-term game, because we're building an engine that will reap benefits from for years to come, turn into a great company. So really excited. Let's get on to the next video.